Hi guys, and welcome to Classic TV Facts and Trivia. Thank you for being here today. Today's video is on Leave It to Beaver and how a main cast member, and you can probably figure out from behind here, blamed the show for a tragic death in his family. Viewers who grew up in the 50s adored the classic television show Leave It to Beaver. The show ran until the early 60s and featured the character of Theodore the Beaver Cleaver, getting into plenty of shenanigans in his neighborhood. Now, while the fans adored Theodore, who was played by Jay Mathers, they also had a fondness for the rest of the Cleavers. Hugh Beaumont played the iconic Mr. Ward Cleaver. But something occurred when Beaumont was filming the show that had him allegedly blaming the series for the tragic death in his family. And here's what happened. While Beaumont was committed to his role on the show, it seems he wasn't always a fan of working on the set. Mental Floss notes Beaumont had a deep sadness from the show. He spent a lot of time away from his family in Minnesota to commence with filming in LA, and one particular incident haunted him. The publication notes filming for Leave It to Beaver happened quickly once the pilot episode was sold, and Beaumont had to fly out to California on a tight schedule. He left his son Hunter to drive Beaumont's wife and her mom west, but Hunter lost control of the car. Beaumont's wife's mother was killed in the car accident. The wife in Times of Hollywood notes Beaumont harbored some resentment toward the show in regards to the accident because filming prevented him from being the one to drive the car in the first place. And while Beaumont had reservations about the show, he still did a lot to make it stand as one of the most iconic shows on television, and he ultimately passed away at 72 years old. According to the New York Times, Beaumont died of a heart attack in 1982, nearly 20 years after the show ended. Leave It to Beaver co-star Jay Mathers wrote incredibly kind and thoughtful words about Beaumont years after his death. He said, when they recast the role for the series, Hugh was one of the several people brought in for an audition. I was very glad that he was picked for the role, and we had a wonderful friendship for his entire life until he passed away in 1982 from a heart attack. Hugh and my dad had become friends, and he occasionally come to our house to play cards with my father and some of his friends. That's just a sad, sad thing. I understand how he would feel. I mean, grief makes you think a lot of different ways, and sometimes, sometimes you're wrong. I mean, I can't really blame it on the show per se, because they didn't have to come out at that, But I understand grief. Trust me, I understand grief. It's just sad that he had actually thought that way, and I'm sure he got over it in time. But it's just kind of sad. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Please don't forget to subscribe, and please like this video. I would appreciate it. You guys have a great day. God bless you, and I'm praying for you.